My name is Judy Emmets, and I am grateful to have the opportunity to share with you the wonderful story of my sweetheart Tom of 50 years. Last year, December of 2008, it was discovered that he had 100% blockage in one of his heart veins and 85 and 90% in the other three. Consultation with two cardiologists determined that he was not a candidate for open heart surgery, that his veins were that bad, and that they wouldn't be able to do more than just this one stent at this time because of the condition of his veins. And so we did that stent, and they put him on all kinds of medicines. They told him he'd have a year, maybe 5 years, depending on what the good Lord said about his length of life. And so it was quite a bit of an eye-opener for us to come to that point in our life. Anyway, we found this book called Reverse Heart Disease Now, written by two cardiologists. And in that book, it detailed how by taking these 15 different herbs, vitamins, and minerals, that this plaque in the arteries could be reversed, and he would be able to get off those medicines. So I was in the process of hunting for all of those vitamins and minerals that you would take twice a week, once a day. There was quite a bit of thought and planning would have to go into taking those, but it was going to work, and we were excited about that, we felt. It was 2 months later when Jerry Fox came into our area, and we were introduced to pro-arginine. She ran the B-Pro test on him, and it showed, like we thought it would, very high numbers, a lot of blockage, even with all the medicine that he was on. And that night he said, "I've got to have this pro-arginine. I want to start on it now." So he did. He had been, previous to that time, his color was pasty and white, his eyes were swollen, he couldn't walk very far because he couldn't breathe very well, and he just felt generally all over bad. He had reacted to all these medicines that they had put him on, and so we were quite worried. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks after taking the pro-arginine, his color began to return. My mother hadn't seen him in 3 or 4 months. She looked at him and said, "My gosh, Tom, what are you doing? You look wonderful. I was so worried about you." And so the feeling was coming back in his feet. He had neuropathy, and we were excited. Jerry had to come back west, put him on the B-Pro machine again before she left. This was only 17 days after he'd started taking the product, and she was reluctant to try him on the B-Pro again. But his numbers had come down significantly. He was so happy. We were happy. And I sat there and cried, and so did he, when she gave us those numbers, because it's brought all the hope back again that we'll have many good years together. It's now been 4 months since he's been on the product. He had to see his cardiologist the 1st of August for another, what do they call those things? He had to see the cardiologist for another stress test. His prior stress test, he couldn't even get 2 minutes on the machine. At 6 minutes, they stopped him this time in August and said, "My goodness, we don't need any more information. We've gotten all we need in the 6 minutes." He came out of there feeling like such a fox because he'd done the 6 minutes. His legs didn't hurt, his hips didn't hurt. He was still breathing and could have gone longer. We are so grateful.